Sagittarius. It's your girl, Jay. V. Hybrids. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2022. Welcome to your shadow season, Sagittarius. It's hard to hide. That shadow is hard to hide from it, hard to hide it from others. Hard to keep others, from seeing it, but there could be like key people that are really helping you maybe find language for some of that shadow, helping you feel comfortable or safe with some of that shadow. Definitely a need to focus on the lungs and the lower body. It's funny, the lung thigh axis, Sagittarius is the thighs, and Gemini is the lungs, hands. And I do feel like, at least even for right now, just take a deep breath, like empty your lungs. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath. I mean, I try to do this more often with you guys in general, but I feel like it's really important for you this season to focus on breath work, focus on maybe even respiratory health. That could be a thing. We kick off your shadow season with your ruler, Jupiter, in Aries. And there is this like huge like reset button, karmic reset. So definitely beware of like your morals, ethics, integrity, honor, things of that nature. Really like whatever it is that you're starting, initiate it in a very like king, queen of swords, like fair and honest in your dealings. But also king or queen of wands, passionate and spiritual and forward. Hydrate. I keep looking over here because I had the other day, I guess it was Libra or Scorpio that I did. I had the camera going a different direction and now I'm looking different. So now you may be like trying to figure out, maybe some of you are trying to figure out at a crossroads or trying to figure out which way to go somewhere. Which way or who to give your attention to. This is definitely important to mind all that integrity and stuff like that because you are definitely accruing a new karmic cycle. And that's between you and the God of your understanding. As of May 20th, Gemini gets the sun. And there is this highlight on communication, interaction, travel, short-term travel, short-distance travel versus long-distance travel, things of that nature. There is just something about exploration, exploring, being mentally stimulated and then like philosophically and spiritually stimulated as well. So allow that to come in, or allow yourself to give yourself that, give yourself that connection if it's not just happening organically, externally. Now, Jupiter and Venus together in Aries, both benefics. Their proximity to each other is significant as well. It's not much goodness coming in. This is Venus attracts. So you are attracting in things based on just like who you are, how you present yourself, your skill base, your knowledge base, like your talents, your gifts, and what you do with them. This is a lot of opportunity available coming in. Maybe even drawing in people with like Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, Aries, maybe even Scorpio placements. I do feel like there is some sort of like you becoming your good luck charm. It's just like by way of, it's very even like Saturn retrograde. Like you reaping the rewards for your hard work. You're reaping the rewards for like doing the right thing. And if you haven't been doing the right thing, this is the season to start. If you haven't been following your gut, this is the season to start. Because it's you not following your gut and you not really like following your heart specifically is going to have you acting, is going to have you out of alignment, and it's going to have you acting deceitfully in some sort of way. So be really real about what you want, but take your time. Take your time, especially during the retrograde. Now, on May 24th, Mars joins the freaking Aries party, and it's like full send vibes, like just fucking going for it. All green lights is how it feels. And you're going to feel like just like zoom, take off. And I don't necessarily think that's the move. I don't think that's the best thing to do. I don't think that's the best plan of action. Like, I wouldn't, I feel like it's time for you to, these could be like kind of tests coming in about you discerning where to harness this energy, because it's like great that the energy is coming in. It's great that you are feeling that kind of urgency or push, but now do you know how to manipulate it? Do you know how to like channel that energy or that influx of like power or something? Like what are you gonna do with it, you know? Okay, so on May 20, I got a lot of notes for you guys, but on May 28th, Venus leaves Aries and goes into Taurus. And so I do feel like there is kind of a more, as opposed to like, oh my God, like being in awe, like so much, it does feel like some of you may even be like, is this real? Or like you trying to like get a hold on yourself. That's how that feels when Venus leaves. There may be an aspect of like surrealism while the two benefics are together. But either way, I just feel like things kind of like, you're like, okay, this is like, okay, this is real. This is good. Okay, this is good, you know, once Venus leaves. So you just may be there may be a little bout of doubt about the abundance or prosperity or the new opportunities that are coming in, the new connections that are coming in. But allow yourself to believe. On May 29th, Mars conjuncts Jupiter in Aries. And so there's definitely some heat. Jupiter expands, and Mars is the god of war. So I do feel like those of you who are really honoring your passion and your trajectory, and like your actions reflect where you're trying to go, and your consistency is being rewarded. If you have any Aries around you, like this is probably gonna, like they're gonna be like really lucky for you as well, like a good luck charm in some sort of way. Now then on May, the Six of Swords wants to come out, so definitely like getting in motion. That Mars-Jupiter conjunction is going to have you wanting to like move forward or progress, move you, like have you really like maybe taking a gamble or taking a risk, or but I'm not taking cards right now, so I'm just shuffling. Now on May 30th, we have the new moon in Gemini, and like I said, this is in your shadow season, so you're really needing to plant seeds of hope. Allow yourself to be optimistic. Allow yourself to get comfortable communicating your optimism, because let's say, okay, everything, I've been saying this for a minute now, everything in this physical reality is vibration condensed into matter. Like vibration condensed into matter. And if you have a mechanism that creates vibration, that will eventually turn into matter. What are you doing with the words that you're speaking? What are you doing with that mechanism? Are you using it to your advantage? either way, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to be really super hopeful, plant seeds of optimism, and, you know, really thinking about what you want in the short term and the long term. How you want to feel, kind of like what you want to do about it also. Then, Sagittarius, we have on June 14th, we have the full moon in your sign. And there is something about what I wrote is harvest to reap, releasing chains off your mind, thoughts, principles, and values that have restricted you. All right. So Sagittarius, be sure to check out, ooh, and then at the bottom of the deck, there you are showing up strongly. There you are showing up strongly in some sort, like, I feel like really in a celebratory place, Sagittarius. Goodness. There you are showing up. I'm tempted to take this, but I don't feel like that's just like this season. I feel like it is your shadow season, and you are going to be forced to really evaluate yourself, really forced to look at what you want. There may be some sort of recovery from this. Almost feels like there's been a lot of upsetting situations, and there's some sort of period of recovery, or like making up, or like karmic debts being paid, possibly. Let's get into it. All right. 11 minutes of notes. Goodness. So, Sagittarius, that's what I was saying. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Ooh! Queen of Swords fell out. And I don't feel like I need to keep her. But I do feel like there are going to be, especially when Mars goes into Aries, right next to, and then that Mars-Jupiter conjunction, there are going to be opportunities, or there may be someone in your life that's really like direct and clear and communicates eloquently, or they may have a lot of pain to transmute into power. They may be encouraging you to do the same as well. Now, hydrate, light it if you got it, Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising, because when I leaned into your energy earlier, I felt all over the place, and I didn't really want to like initiate that, but I do feel like maybe there could be just some like ADD things going on, or ADD moments, or too many uppers, or too much like caffeine, or that's going to be different for all of you, but it felt all over the place, and then now I'm like low-key getting tired, so it's like this random crash. That's unnecessary. So you just may be feeling the effects of stimulants. All right. All right. I think the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising for Gemini season 2022. Welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages from our benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. For Gemini season 2022. Now Sagittarius with the moon reversed, being the first card out, there is some sort of breaking away from illusion, breaking the spell, seeing things clearly. Things weren't as they seem, and I feel like this is clarity coming in. Or some of you are like, you can no longer ignore your logic. There also may be some weird interaction with someone that plays a maternal role in your life. There may be some weird interaction with a female like authority or boss or spiritual leader. Maybe someone with Pisces or Cancer placements. Seeing through an illusion, breaking through an illusion. Like that, maybe that surreal feeling that I was talking about, where it's just like, is this too good to be true? like what's going on. But I do feel like there is a very spiritual journey that's ahead of you that you may have been delaying or denying, and you've got to really figure out which side of you are you going to keep doing what you've always done. Like some of you is like you've been doing the feral wolf thing for a while, and the feral wolf has been like leading the way for you for a while, and now it's really time for you to practice maybe the attributes and benefits of the domesticated, like docile dog, or vice versa. You know what I mean? You've either way, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But there is some sort of spiritual journey that could be delayed, or some sort of truth that may have been delayed. I feel like there's a deeper understanding of very like subconscious things, or you're gaining a different or a deeper insight from in regards to nothing flipped over. Gaining a different insight in regards to your subconscious mind. So first thing out, to be clarified on the selenite throne, Sagittarius is like your subconscious mind, your mother, your mental health, drugs, like sex, drugs, rock and roll, self-sabotage, escapism, things of that nature, vices. How you feel about them, whether you felt shame or guilt, or where that came from, or is there abuse? Is there, you know what I mean? Is it recreational, or is it at the point of abuse? Like there could be, I don't know. But also it doesn't have to be drugs. It could be like escapism. And that could be like, video games, or like just too much blue light, being on the phone too much, like la la land for unproductive amounts of time. I just saw temperance again flashed. So you're definitely showing up strongly. Two of Wands. And I feel like there's a lot that's being discovered while you're traveling. There's something about taking the road less traveled. There may be like the end of a cycle, the world in your hands. You're really showing up emotionally. You learning there's like emotional maturity and balance that's coming in whenever you're willing to explore whatever subconscious things are going on, or what secrets are, like I'm a firm believer your secrets make you sick. Repressed emotions are how physical ailments manifest in the body. So do not hold on to shit. You've got to like, just, okay, I'll mind my business. That's your decision. But I do feel like doing something, it's like if you want different results, if you want something that you've never had, you're going to have to do some shit that you've never done before. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That's how that feels. And that's something that you've never done before. May look a lot like you delving deeper into vulnerability, you delving deeper into self-help, into your spirituality, into beliefs, into maybe somebody with Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. Damn, the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands, which is the Five of Wands together. So there may be something about options. Look, these two people are going in different directions. So maybe there could have been like somebody that you are at odds with, or someone may be being petty or catty or argumentative or combative with you. This also, if it's not external conflict, there may be internal conflict, but something that you're trying to like maybe keep a secret may come out, or something that like you would prefer people not to know. It may be obvious, or it may come out in some sort of way, and it may really cause like a parting of ways. This could just be, or there could just be conflict. There's some stuff about, and this is going to be different for everybody, but there's some stuff, but we'll get into it in the plunge. We'll get into it in the plunge on Patreon though. But there is like, this is a parting of ways. This is opposition. Look at them turning their back on each other. And so, but there is, it's like by way of them turning their back on each other, there is progress going from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands. So maybe some of you need a break and you know it. Two of Swords. Some of y'all, you need a break from something, or you need to step away. You're too involved in something. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that isn't seeing things clearly, isn't seeing you clearly. There isn't like a healing, like it's just like far past this opportunity for healing possibly, and you don't want to fuck up your opportunity to be really happy in this new chapter by way of like taking steps backwards. I feel like the only steps backwards that you need to be taking is by way of maybe like evaluating some of the past issues in therapy, or like with, you know, in your own spiritual practice, or, you know, not going back to somebody. This is Mercury retrograde though, so this is Hey Stranger season. All right, this is gonna be, I didn't mean for this to be so long. All right, for relax, breathe, Sagittarius. There's stuff to say, even how some of you may be just like finding yourself like choking back words, possibly. Please clarify, I mean, not clarify, excuse me, for the most useful, helpful, divine messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Final two cards, final two messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2022. There's definitely a lot of heat here. Six of Pentacles coming out. So there's definitely, I feel like whatever you're turning your back on, it was some situation where it wasn't fair, or things weren't flowing right, or the money or the numbers weren't right, or it felt like, damn, and some of you, it could have been some like kind of like something you were really committed to. Something, maybe this could be like a marriage, or a college major, or someone maybe changing their mind about their college major. About some of you, like you went to school for something and now you're trying to change your mind, or something doesn't feel fair, or flip it. If it's not fair, you're thinking about, you know, starting your own thing, doing your own thing, going back to school, or getting more wise or knowledgeable in something that's going to make sure that you aren't ever on your knees accepting breadcrumbs of what you know you deserve. There is a feeling of like you've earned your stripes. The tables are turning, and because the tables are turning, because you have, you know, I feel like you're really starting to figure out why you're doing what you're doing, and now it's like you're really diving into the how of things. Like I feel like some of you, you're really turning your back on even like sexual, not trauma even, but I just feel like your relationship to your sexual energy is really shifting. Your relationship to sexual information. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that is involved in that in some way. Not doesn't say it have to be your actual sexual partner. Maybe Taurus, Libra. I feel like there's all this red. Like you may have been like, maybe you're about to learn a lot about your survival energy, your relationship to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy in general. I also feel like there is just something about balance, fairness. Something feels fair. The scales indicated here, because balance is being restored. Karma is being restored. Jupiter and Venus in Aries is definitely just this reset. So final card, final message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Final card, final message, please. This feels like some of you are being very generous. Some of you are like, and it's like you're turning your back on something else so you're able to be generous or like do the right thing or do stuff that feels good to you. I don't know. That's going to be different for everybody. But I do feel also this could be a shift in like pay or promotion. Let's see. Final card. Let me just focus on getting the final card. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Take a deep breath, babe. Thank you for one card. Nice. The Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands with Temperance on the bottom of the deck. I can't make this shit up. You guys are really showing up. This season is about healing from some upsetting situations. For some of you, this is healing from like healing some deep mother wounds, healing some deep parenting wounds. Some of you dealing with addiction, dealing with mental health, dealing with health in general, really dealing with if there are any medical ailments, it's time to start paying attention. But it's interesting because the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands have the same kind of turn your back on each other feel as like this is gonna, okay, it's gonna be weird to try to show you like this, but okay, no, that's not even the order I wanted in. It's okay, but either this isn't how I see it, so, but you see what I mean? Like, they're not going in the same direction. They're not going in the same direction. There may be people who are trying to call you back to like the old you or keep you there could just be issues about stagnation. There 3 of the 5 cards are fire cards. So there's definitely a lot or there's definitely someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming up. But I feel like if not, let's say your phone is dry as fuck, there's no one on deck at all, then there is something about you really hyper focusing on you, because I feel like there is this emotional maturity. Maybe somebody with Pisces, also Pisces or Scorpio placements, coming in, like being the defensive mother, the defensive wife, or the defensive father, the defensive father-in-law. This looks like a lot of family drama that needs to be unpacked. And as soon as you unpack it, bam. I can see clearly now the fucking rain's gone. I didn't mean to get all these extra cards. But I do feel, and we're going to go into it in the plunge, but there is some, because there's a lot of specifics here. This does feel like very stop and start, but it's like, as I'm looking at it, and you'll see it in the plunge, there's this, you go in this, one person's going in another direction, the other person's going in another direction, and then there's like this generosity, and this generosity is able to provide like forward motion, success. This is public success and recognition. Just something is doing well. You are doing well. Something will do well if you go forward, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to have fun, allowing yourself to ignite. That's like the big thing, that it just looks like a lot of passion. It looks like a lot of passion that may have been like locked away, shrouded under like maybe vices or drugs or alcohol or this Pisces or this other Sagittarius, things that you may have been like running from within yourself. And it's like you have a right to pleasure. You have a right to happiness. You have a right to do what you want. You know, you have a right to your autonomy, your sovereignty. Now, this does look like a lot of travel or like movement. And so I do feel like that travel and that movement is going to be successful. it just also, it feels like this spiritual, physical, spiritual, sexual, and like subconscious recovery or revamp, or exploration. This just, whatever this is, this shit looks deep. Damn, I'm tempted to clarify this shit right now. But we're already at 30 minutes. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I feel like trusting your gut is really important. And really paying attention to like where you're putting that energy, where you're harnessing your energy. Because I do feel like vantage points are important. Like looking at things from different perspectives. Someone may be coming in your life and really helping you look at life, look at maybe the world from a different perspective, look at yourself from a different perspective. You may just be seeing yourself like through the eyes of another, through the eyes of the divine, or from a very like bird's eye view. I also feel like there is just things about the mother, and also, I mean, this full moon in your sign. I feel there is this sextile to the full moon total lunar eclipse that we had in Scorpio back in Taurus season. But I do your full moon in Sagittarius is going to actually makes a sextile to that. So opportunities are being created. I definitely see harmony is trying to be restored in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy, in the realm of your health, in the realm of your money, in the realm of passion. It's like whatever you give, you get. It just feels symbiotic, and it feels like there's progress or there's movement, or it's like it just doesn't feel stagnant. Whatever it is you're doing, it just feels like you're getting in motion. And the first thing out to be clarified in Gemini season is like checking your intentions, and also like making sure that you're really allowing yourself to focus on the healing of your psycho-cybernetic settings. And this looks like evaluating some deeply, some childhood wounds, some wounds that are keeping you restricted from trusting your gut, trusting your mother, trusting the feminine, trusting the divine feminine energy within you. There's just some stuff that's coming to the surface. Your ruling planet, Jupiter, is going to be bouncing back between Aries and Pisces for the next couple years. So there is going to be this emphasis on revamping or reevaluating or reestablishing what you believe in, so that you can more firmly embody who you are. And who you are is grace and patience. So, and who you are is going somewhere still. There is a crown, even bigger crown to acquire. Ooh, and then under that is the King of Cups. And then the Empress. So what did I say? A bigger crown to acquire. This is how it really looks. By way of the divine, your crown going from the king. The king don't have the same access that the empress has, that the emperor has. So there is an upgrade. Look at that, the journey to the crown. You acquire it by way of emotional and spiritual mastery, and you draw in someone or an opportunity that is extremely worthy and to be treated with the utmost respect. And I feel like someone like that knows their worth, so is going to help make sure you know yours as well. I love you. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.